and deliver a couple times to old neighborhoods that I've played around. Friends. Go visit friends.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It's Friday. I'm in my car, heading to Walmart. Got the morning Spark shopping. It was somewhat decent. It's better than the one yesterday. This one's for about a little over $32. It's for shopping for two customers, but the mileage is only 15 miles. So yeah, going to try to Spark. It's not raining, even though this threat of 100% rain today. But since it's not raining this morning, I'll go ahead and Spark. Now DoorDashing may be something different, if it's like really pouring down rain. I'm not going to DoorDash, but let's wait and see. So on the Walmart we go. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just finished dropping off those orders. Shopping was pretty straightforward. No heavy items, no drinks, anything like that. And both customers were located in the same neighborhood. In fact, this neighborhood, it was one of the very first neighborhoods I went to as a Spark driver. It's out here in Springville, which is right next to Odenville. Hence the 15-mile drive. So anyway, with that done, heading back to Walmart, or at least drive by, see if I can pick up another shopping order this morning. Yeah, but take a photo. Yeah, the photo I took and get an idea of what the conditions look like. It's very overcast right now. It's not raining. Temperature wise, let's see here. It's 65 degrees. According to the car. That's pretty warm for January. So I'm going to head back. Hopefully get another order in before the rain comes. Like I said before, if it's raining pretty heavily, DoorDashing this afternoon, I ain't doing it. I can understand, I've done in, slight rain, misty or something. But downpour rain, I've done that once before I started YouTube. In fact, when I started DoorDashing, I was trying to start looking professional, and this was during the summer, so I was wearing shorts. But I wore a red polo shirt and a white hat, and of course, I always wear a t-shirt underneath my shirts. Reason for that is that when you get hot, of course you sweat. Your t-shirt absorbs your sweat and doesn't ruin your shirt. So anyway, that's the reason why I wear t-shirts. But so I wore a white t-shirt underneath my red polo shirt, and I was in the rain, and I got caught in the biggest downpour. I mean, I got soaked to the bone. It got so bad that I quit halfway through that. I said, I'm going home. It's miserable. And so I got home, took out my polo shirt, and I had a pink t-shirt. So I said, yeah, it's not worth being super soaked like that, Plus, you get somebody my age, it's, susceptible to pneumonia, whatever. You don't want to do that. So if I was a lot younger, yeah, rain, yeah, no problem. So anyway, let's head back home. Hopefully pick up another shopping order and see what happens. So see you in a little bit. Morning. It's Sunday. Getting ready to do the Spark all day. It's gotten a lot colder. We had severe storms Friday and Saturday. Flooding also. And where I got my order for the day, shopping for 2 drop-offs, but one of the customers just wanted one item, Ethernet cable. Didn't do no Spark or DoorDash on Friday because it was just rain. It's just and heavy rain too, and then, like I said, we had floods, and so I'm a little short on money this week. So hopefully today will be a lot better. So anyway, so on to shopping and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just finished dropping off those shopping orders. Very easy. The first one was just one item, HDMI cable. And the second one was about 22 items. But the first drop off was the neighborhood where my DoorDash repeat liquor customer is located. And the second one, I got an opportunity to get close to a house that I've drove by many times. It's right on the one of the major roads here in Lincoln, and I've seen the progress of the renovations of the house they're doing. Well, it looked like it was just a very small house right next to the major road, but they built a garage right next to it, and they built a hallway between the garage, the brand new garage, and the house, like a breezeway, but an enclosed, so so you can get to the garage, without going outside. And I've seen the progress of that house for a while, and I said, I got to get a close look at that. Very interesting. They're doing a lot of stuff, removing old brick and all that from the older part of the original house. And so yeah. But just as I finished dropping that off, pop up some orders, but they were all pickups, and then a shopping order came in. It looked pretty good, and I get it, but I didn't get it. So I picked up the next one. It's a small one. It's like, let's see here. Take a look at it real quick. Yeah, just over $14 for 9.5 miles. But it's a shopping. Not many items, but it says 39 minutes. So. Like I said, in the morning here in Pell City, I'm only doing the shopping, and then I'll stop around 9 o'clock so I can get time to fix something to eat, and I'm going to head to Lincoln. Not to Lincoln. I'm going to head to Anniston and finish up the day there. So back to Walmart and shopping, and then the customer. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that order. Customer, the instructions were somewhat clear. You know, they actually have 2 driveways, but one driveway is nothing but deep rutted gravel driveway, and it has deep ruts in it. And they have a concrete one on the left side. Instead of move left side, so but their mailbox is right next to the deep rutted gravel driveway. So, and she said put the groceries on the glass patio table on the back porch. Sure enough, I found it, so I know I was at the right place. So anyway, so it is now almost 8 o'clock. I've done 2 shopping orders here locally, so I'm going to head back home or drive by the Walmart. Yeah, so let's see. According to, let's see if is it still hot. Well, yeah, it says Walmart's still pretty hot, so head back in that direction. See if I can pick up another shopping order. But yeah, this wasn't too bad. The one thing that threw me off, you know, is they wanted 10 2-liter Dr. Peppers. I said, why 10? But then I realized when I looked at the price, they're on sale for $2 a piece. So yeah, stock up if you're big into Dr. Pepper. But for me, I don't know about y'all, but I do not like 2-liter. I don't like big bottles of drinks. One, you know, once you drunk halfway through, you know, they turn stale on me. That's why I like the individual bottles, even though I'm slightly more expensive. But you know, I can drink halfway through. You know, like I normally drink Coke Zero. And, you know, if I drink halfway through, and you know, of course, I sum it up, it's still good the next day, for the most part. You know. Now I remember growing up, 2 liters was the only thing. The big bottles were, other than cans, you know, they had cans. But as far as bottles, you know, remember some of you remember the small bottles that were glass, were styrofoam covering. That was a thing for a while, and then of course, then the plastic bottles came out, and so yeah, you know, showing my age. Man, there's a lot. I remember there's a lot of stuff growing up, food products and stuff like that I loved, but they don't make it anymore. I remember, you know, snack puddings, but they were in the small cans with a little pop-off lid. Heck, I remember when Pringles first came out. That was innovative. So, anyhow, let's head back to the Walmart area, see if we can pick up something. If not, head home and wait, and then, if not, then I'll eat lunch and head on to Anniston. So, see you in a little bit. Well, it's a little bit after 10 o'clock, and I am heading over to Anniston, and hopefully to start picking up orders there during the lunch rush and the afternoon rush. So, on Anniston I go. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I'm in Anniston. I just dropped by my parents' house and check on things real quick. And I turned on the spark. Within 30 seconds, I picked up a small pickup. It's only about $13.80, but it's only 3.8 miles. So it's going to take 27 minutes. So it's one drop off. So let's see what happens. So on to Anniston Walmart for a pickup. See you a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that pickup to a neighborhood that I know pretty well. This neighborhood is across the road from my parents' neighborhood, and my best friend used to live in this neighborhood. Now, back in those days, this neighborhood was where the Ritzy Rits lived. You You know, they had their own country club and golf course and stuff like that. All these houses were built in the 70s, just like the houses in my parents' neighborhood. The houses here are a little bit better maintained. I've seen a couple that need some work. But still, it's still a nice neighborhood. Not as bad as I've seen the other nice neighborhoods around here have gone downhill. So anyway, I'm gonna head back to Walmart in Anniston, see if I can get another order. All the Walmarts around here are red, so hopefully I get another order. The pickup. As soon as I parked, I timed it. It switched to packed within 3 minutes, and in another 3 minutes it was delivered. How you like that? Of course, it was just one order, and the lady that brought it out also brought out another order for the customer right next to me in the parking lot. So yeah, that was a little refreshing. So anyway, let's head back to Walmart, see if I can get another real quick. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I just picked up a shopping order, but here's the shocker. I had another shopping order and I declined it. It was like $13 for 14 miles. I said, no. Now I got a double shopping order, and it's like, let me see, bring it up here. Like almost $24, $23.45 for 8 miles. So that's what I'm doing. And so I'm here back at Walmart. It's time to do some shopping. See you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off those shopping orders. Very small amount. The only thing was, one person wanted 4 packs of Coke Zero 8 balls. But in fact, both customers lived on the same street. They're like 3 houses apart, so neighbors. And I came up here in a very old section of the town. There's a former ritzy area. It's somewhat nice, but you can tell there's the people who lived there. In fact, the first person I lived to had a house that had a caretaker, and this was in a country club out here. It was right next to a golf course. Very nice houses, but I remember back in the day, this was very nice, posh. It's still somewhat, but there's. It's just the neighborhood. The folks get old, and it's just hard to maintain neighborhoods like that. So, but still, very nice houses. You can tell these houses were built in late '60s, and early '70s. So, anyhow, I'm actually in downtown Anniston. I'm actually closer to Oxford than Walmart than I am to the Anniston Walmart. But I'm going to head back to the Anniston Walmart, keep an eye on offers. So let's see what happens. Hopefully I'm going to get another easy pickup. But that shopping wasn't too bad. Like I said, I actually refused a shopping order. Can you believe that? But it wasn't good. It was like $14 for 15 miles, something like that. While I'm out here, I'm trying to follow if it's the dollar amount, it's got to be somewhat, since pickups are working out here. I'm trying to get double the dollars over the miles. So anyhow, so I'm gonna drive back the main road through Anniston. It's called Quintard. Head back to Anniston Walmart and see if I can get something. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just pulled into the parking lot of Walmart. But as I was getting close, I was given an opportunity for a pickup for $14 and 21 miles. I said, no. So now I just picked up one for, let's see here, $18 for 5 miles, and it's for 3 drop-offs. So I took that one. So let's see how long it takes to get this packed up. The other one, it took less than 10 minutes. So, but that was only 1 drop-off. So hopefully this will be just as fast. So pulling into the pickup parking spots, and then hopefully we get to pick up soon. So see you in a little bit. I just dropped off the last order. I'm over here in the older section of Anniston. Yeah, the second drop off was a little strange because I had to retype the address because it seems like there's 2 streets with the same name, but one's with a capital K and the other one's not. And so I put it in, but it still didn't put me at the right house. Put me on the right street. But I had to follow those house numbers, and sure enough, found the correct house number. It's the first time I've seen that before. But yeah, so yeah, that was a nice little order, and I got the order within 5 minutes of parking. So shocking. So now I'm heading back to Quintard, which is the main. It's kind of like the Gauntlet at Pell City. The Quintard Avenue is the Gauntlet of Anniston. It goes all the way from it goes straight through Anniston onto Oxford, and it goes straight on to Jacksonville. And downtown Anniston on Quintard is where all the restaurants are. So this would have been, this is be the Gauntlet of Anniston. So yeah. In fact, I used to work fast food here. My first stop was McDonald's, which is right over there. In fact, they're on their 3rd rebuild of the building. That was I think I was there on the 2nd rebuild of the building. But then I went there, and I went to Wendy's. Well, that Wendy's is now gone. It's now a Chinese place. Wow. There's several little places, there used to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken over here. It's one of the old buildings, it was square. Now there's a new Kentucky Fried Chicken here. But the old building is, I think it's Daylight Donuts. I think. About the or maybe it is. There's the new KFC, and Daylight Donuts. That used to be the KFC long time ago. That's the old style building that they had. So not much eating room there. So anyway. So heading back, going over the mountain to get closer to this is where the Anniston Walmart's at. So I'm going to head back there. Hopefully I can get another decent pickup or decent shopping order. Yeah, and right there. That's the putt-putt. They went there many ago. Of course, it's in ruin. That used to be the National Guard armory, but now it looks like it'd be a maintenance shop for a company because they painted it pink. So okay, it is now 1:32. I got about 2.5 hours left because I need to stop around 4 o'clock because once I start 4 o'clock, and if I get an order at 4 o'clock, I'll still have enough daylight to complete it by 5 o'clock because it's going to get real dark real fast. So anyway, on the Walmart, hopefully we get another order. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off those 2 orders. The first one was at my parents' old neighborhood. And the second one was in the same as the neighborhood I delivered earlier today. And it's across their neighborhood that's across the road. You know, where it used to be posh and all that. So, but on that drop off, it's delivered to the garage door. Well, they got cars parked there in the narrow best way. So I'm not weaving through cars and damaging them. So I just left it by the cars, right by the garage door. So let me see. No. Cancel trip. I found continue. Yeah, that was a trip. The shopping, it was $11 for 2 miles, but there was 50 items in there. Yeah, excuse my French. Another one. Okay. Oh. I just picked up another shopping. It's taking an hour, but this was it's almost $30 for 15 miles. And the number of items is only 35. 28 items. So this one was almost total 50, but it was paying good. So I'd take this one. I rejected a lot of them. They were like, Bixby. Take screenshot. So, yeah, this is $27.76, 15.6 miles. It's going to take an hour. This is shopping. That's almost, the dollar amount is almost, it's almost $30. So, gives me an hour, and so 3. So that means this probably will be my last Spark. I'll say that Spark, because by the time I'm done that, I can already tell it's starting to get late. But I had quite a couple of pickups and some shopping, so a little bit of both. In fact, I had one pickup. It was just one customer, and then I had another one that was there. But I've rejected a lot of these things, a lot of shoppings, So when I'm over here, I'm trying to find, dollars doubling the mileage. Now I accepted just a second ago. I accepted the shopping, but it was $11, but it was 2 miles. When I looked at it, it said it was like 50 items. I said, nope, I canceled that trip. $11 for 2 miles, but number of items. I told him I felt the excuse was the fee, the pay was not enough for the effort. So this is almost $30, and total hour. It took me about 30 minutes to shop, and then 30 minutes to deliver. And that'll probably be the time. It's now getting 3 o'clock, so by the time I get there, this will be a good time to end the Spark for today. But I'm pretty. I think I did pretty well today. Been to a couple places that little run down, but it's delivering to those people, and deliver a couple times to old neighborhoods that I've played around. Friends. Go visit friends, and God, I rode my bike up and down those hills in that subdivision many times. Good Lord. Get to the point where you have to walk your bike up the hill. But yeah, it's been many times over there. Gosh darn. So anyway, I'm going to head back Walmart, do this. Like I said, this is probably my final, do the shopping, and then do the delivery. So see you a little bit. Okay, I got the map situated. Yeah, it looks like I'm going the back way. I'm actually going to go into Lincoln from the north. So, yeah, this was this was a busy day. I don't think I've waited more than 5 minutes at most. In fact, a lot of the orders that came in were as I was coming back to Walmart, and I declined a lot of orders. And I think I'd try to get most of my orders, double the dollar and the mileage. And I've had a nice mixture of pickups and shopping. Gives you some idea. I'm getting more comfortable where everything is at the Anniston Walmart. So, yeah, the Anniston Walmart is slightly bigger than the Pell City, but not by much, but slightly more. I think they have more. I think the grocery side is, the grocery is a little bit more, is bigger. I can tell that. But yeah, whew, what a day. Tired, yeah. Got a couple shoppings at Pell City this morning. Stopped by my parents' house like I needed to. And I'm in this perfectly, it's just after 4 o'clock. It was actually 15 after 4. The sun's going down now. It's a good time to end. So hopefully by the time I get home, it'll still be a little daylight. But going to eat leftover Oishi Asian cuisine. Favorite. I went and did takeout the other day, so I've got leftovers for that. So, as I mentioned during my DoorDashing events, that's my wife's favorite place, Asian food to go to. She loves their egg drop soup. So, yeah. So what's going to happen? What's that? Ginger's Concrete Sanctuary. Oh, that's interesting. All kinds of concretes. Oh, they sell concrete statues. Yeah. Tomorrow, when I get home, I'll give the today's summary. Later on, there will be a summary of the week and a recap of the week. But you have to be a member of the club. So if you like to see that type of content, I urge you to join. It only costs 99 cents a month if you join through a PC or any other phone other than Apple. I do know if you join through your Apple YouTube on the Apple, it's going to be $1.49 a month because unfortunately Apple wants their cut. So it's not only do I do summary videos of this, I'll post some random photos of what I encountered and some other minor little videos like if I meet up with an animal or cat or dog, that type of thing. So yeah. For the rest of the week, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I've decided now Monday is my day off and Saturday. I need to recover from this all day. Plus, I get a chance to recover, trying to get caught up on some work. I'll tell you this. Last night, I told you I didn't do Spark or DoorDash Friday. Friday and Saturday, we had huge floods in Pell City. In fact, areas near where I live got flooded. So that was but we'll start up doing Spark in the morning on Tuesday, and then DoorDash on Tuesday afternoon, and then we'll go on from there. So anyway, heading home and give you a summary of the day. So see you in a little bit. Whew, finally made it home. And I ended the Spark at the right time. It's still a little bit daylight, but sun's going down fast. But yeah, this was a steady day. Other than even this morning, I Spark from here locally here in Pell City. I got 2 orders, and then it stopped, which was fine. I stopped at 9 o'clock because if I get an order at 9 o'clock and it takes me an hour, and that gives me at least an hour when I get back, an hour to lunch before I take off. to head to Anniston. So was able to get some stuff done. Got to Anniston, and within 5 minutes, I got my first pickup, and then been kind of steady since then. So let's take a look and see what we did. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 7 trips at Anniston. No, I take the back. It's total. It's total trips. 2 in the morning, so five trips at Anniston. So the confirmed earnings for today is $99.27, and unconfirmed tips is $52.55. So if I get the tips, I made $150 today. That's pretty darn good. Of course, I only DoorDash 2 days, so my DoorDash numbers are a little low. But you will see in the summary. If you want to see the summary, I urge you to join the membership club. Not only for those videos, but for other content. But this was interesting. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. This is like the third time I've done the Anniston, and now I'm getting used to it. And I'm getting offers in Anniston but I'm just plain rejecting. Surprisingly, I never got, while I was in Anniston, never got an offer pickup from Oxford. That's because I'm hanging around for Anniston. But the Walmart in Oxford, that's super busy, and the traffic there is it's right off the interstate. So it's real busy. But it was just steady work, and I rejected a lot of offers. I rejected, if you imagine, 2 shopping orders, but they were just like, I accepted one. It was like I think I mentioned it was like $11 for like 1.22 miles, and I accepted it. But I looked at the number of items; it was over 50 items. So I canceled that trip, and then right away I picked up an over $20-something one for like 8 miles, 10 miles, I can't remember, but it's also 50 items across 2 customers. So same amount of time, but I was getting double the money. So I did that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I urge you to select like. If you enjoy what I do with the channel, I urge you to subscribe to the channel to see my adventures and misadventures out there DoorDashing and doing Spark. If you're interested in the clothing that I'm wearing, I do have a store. The link is in each video. Now on the channel, you only see, I can only put up 30 items, including all sizes. So I only put in the sizes for Spark gear and Dash gear. But if you go to the store itself, there's more stuff. There's t-shirts, a tumbler, stuff like that. And if you're interested in the gear that I'm using, not from the most expensive, like the camera system and all that, to the cheapest, like the bags and other stuff that I use, there's a link on each video that goes to my kit. And you click on that and you see all the stuff that I use, if you're interested in that. So anyway, we're going to call it an evening. I'm going to eat leftover Oishi and take a break. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I'm just going to rest up. So hope you enjoy this video, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. So we will do this again later. So we'll talk to you later.